Hey guys, you're watching Z1 and Only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Warzone. Dum, 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 dum. By the way, I love the music that I'm using for the intro here. I got it off Epidemic Sound or Audio Micro. I can't remember which one it is. I'll try and link it in the description because a couple of you have been asking. It's a sick tune though. I absolutely love it. Just plays for the first 10-15 seconds. Today, in our Warzone world, I want to build some planes up in the sky. Like last time, we're going to use copy and paste to get a few of them flying over. But that means building one to start off with. Now, I don't really know of any simpler way how to get a block up in the air apart from pillaring up. If you guys know of a way, then let me know because I have to do this an awful lot. Do you know a way how you can just place a block in midair? I can't think of one off the top of my head now. I don't know exactly how high I want this to go. I want these Spitfires, or not Spitfires necessarily. I want these planes to be of differentiating heights and distances over. I don't think that's quite high enough yet. I think I want to go higher. One smart thing that I probably should have done was use sand, because then I could have removed them all really easily. Mind you, I can use world edit, can't I? That'll be fine. I haven't, unfortunately, had time to change the brick texture yet. I will eventually get round to doing that, but I just haven't got round to it, I'm afraid. So we can do this. Set there. Boop. Wonderful. So this is where our plane is going to start. Let's get rid of last episode's inventory. Now, what we're going to want to do is, I think I'm going to actually build, this might sound weird, but I'm going to build it out of andesite, and there's a reason for that. The reason why I'm going to build it out of andesite is because we now have a slab and we have a stair equivalent, because obviously I used nether brick as andesite as well. That gives us the ability to have a nice grey plane, but with some depth, with some different sort of half slabs and stairs to get a little bit more shape to the wings, because planes aren't, let's be fair, planes aren't easy to do in Minecraft. They always end up looking a little bit too big because the blocks are very, very big. You know, if you think about a block is a meter high, a meter squared, or meter cubed, sorry, meter cubed all the way around, that means that the wings are like a meter high if they're just one block. So it's tough, but you sort of have to accept it and give a little bit of a balance. Now, I think instead of wool, I want to use clay because it's a little bit more of a cleaner colour. I'm going to use red and yellow. Now, I'm not really specifically designing this Minecraft plane on a real plane, but I'm using a little bit of the Spitfire for some inspiration and a little bit of the P51 Mustang as a little bit of inspiration as well. So if you guys know what those planes are, maybe you'll sort of see what I'm trying to go for. And I think I want some black as well. Black wool is the only black that we've got. The black clay is always a little bit brown to me. Unless it's my eyes. It might be my eyes, but that looks brown to me. I don't know. It looks like a very dark brown, so I think I'd prefer the black. We're probably going to want some dispensers for maybe some guns that we can put on the side of it. And then I think we'll work out the detail blocks later on. So, let's work out first the glass cockpit. Now, these planes are pretty streamlined. You want them pretty thin. So I think we want something 3 or 4 blocks in length. Nothing too tall. In fact, this might be too tall how it is anyway. You might want to just have it 1 block thick. So like that. Now that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty nice. I'm going to have black underneath where the cockpit is, just to give it, to make it look like it's a little bit deeper and more depth to than what it actually is. Obviously, we don't have quite the room in there to do a full cockpit. So we want to come out here. I think I might add a little bit of colour here with a little bit of black as well. Something like this. Something like that. Maybe that comes down a few blocks. We'll have some shape using the andesite slabs here. Gets that black a little bit higher. And then we want to go to a little red and yellow. Now, this is very P45 Mustang style. They had, some of them at least, had a red and yellow twisty bit, like the nose cone, or at least the end of the nose cone twisted slightly. I don't know exactly. I say I'm not a huge war fanatic. I don't know too much about it. Hopefully, if you guys do in the comment section, you'll be able to sort of help me out a little bit. Oh, I can use nether brick fencing because that's got the andesite texture. That'll make a really nice propeller blade. Now, do we want 2? Or do we want 4? Do we want them even bigger than that? How big do we want them? Two looks good. I think 2's a much better length for the propellers. I think that's as close as we're going to get. I could do them diagonally, but I sort of like them being square. Maybe on the other ones, when we copy and paste them, we can change the front. That's not a terrible idea. So, we'll bring these back here. Yeah, I like that, and I think we should probably just continue this and give the body of the plane a little bit more shape for the moment before we think about the wings. The wings I always find the hardest. I never know quite where to do it. I never know if I should do them closer to the front or if I should do them closer to the back. I just always get confused by it. I think we're going to do it. I'm going to start it here. Let's just try and do a basic sort of wing shape. So that's 2 slabs, followed by, and then like 3 blocks out from the slab, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks out from that block. Hang on, how do we want this wing to be shaped? Most planes have a very straight front, and then on the back it sort of curves back. So maybe we should sort of stick more with that. Let's do another slab here. Add another couple of blocks. I think we're nearly at the right length, so we'll come out to about here. And then we'll fill this in back here. Now, I don't know how far back we should go with these wings. This is all pretty experimental to me. But I think we'll want something like this. And then, oops, and then something like that. It's close. It's close to what I want. But do I want the front being as curved as what it is? Let's add another 3. Okay, no, I like that. I like that shape. And then what we're going to do is remove 1 block and replace them with slabs. That way we get that plain shape of the wing. I think that's a good length. Should it be longer? Should it be as wide as what it is? Should it be thinner? No, I'm going to thin it up. I'm going to come back here again, and I'm going to replace these ones. I think it's a little bit too fat. I don't know what colours we're going to have on the wings, though. Obviously, we don't want it to be a boring andesite wing like that. I think that's better. I think that's a better shape. So, it's not really that easy for me to copy and paste this, unfortunately. So I think it's probably best for me to just place them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then how many blocks did we come out here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was 2 blocks on the side. Seems about right. And then this one comes back here to there. We fill this in the middle. Oops. And the tail. None of a plane in Minecraft is easy to build. There's always parts that always confuse me. I never quite know how I want them to look. Oh, in fact, this isn't good either, is it? No, that's meant to be. One, it's on the wrong height anyway. That's meant to be there. And then is it 3 blocks? 4 blocks. And then these are meant to be on the top half. Okay, that's looking good. It's looking plain. It's looking plainy. I'm liking it so far. And then we have the tail. So the tail, I want to start making thinner. So instead of these 2 blocks, I'm going to actually keep these 2 blocks on the side here removed now. We're going to go to this T shape. That sort of makes the tail look like it's coming up slightly. A sort of illusion in a way. And then we want to bring this in as well to just 2 blocks. And then pretty much just 1 block. No. That's looking good. And then we want the top of the tail fin. I don't know exactly what they're called. That's pretty close. I like that. I don't like that we haven't really got any shape to it, though. So I'm going to put slabs on the back and 2 slabs. No, 1 slab. 1 slab there. Okay, and then on this side, a slab. Now, if you're doing this on console, obviously you can't change the textures. Now, that's not really too much of a problem because you've got a couple of options. Option 1 is to actually find a texture pack that looks good in it and just go through. There's loads of texture packs on console, so you'll be able to find one. Your other option is to actually build it in blocks that do look good in the default texture pack. So using stone slabs, like your default stone slabs here in Minecraft, these ones, if you built the whole plane out of that, it would be a really nice color and you'd still be able to get the slabs looks. We haven't actually used any stairs, at least so far in it, so the stairs aren't really being needed. But I think that's a pretty good shape for a plane. I think what we want to do is have the wheels retracted, so we actually want them up, but you still sort of want them on there. That is on the wing, 3 blocks, and then that's on the 4th one. Then I'm going to grab... Do I want this one, or do I want a cobblestone wall, or do I want them wooden? I think I want them wooden. Fence. Like a dark oak. So that's... They would drop down for the wheels. And... I think the wheel will be on the back. I don't think the wheel will be on the front on this plane, will it? I'm pretty sure it'll be a trailer. I think that's the professional name for them. A trailer, something like that. So when it lands, the nose doesn't have any, like, wheel under it. Okay, that's looking pretty good, though. That's looking pretty good. So the wings, though. The wings are looking a little bit dull. In fact, a lot of it is looking a little bit grey, a little bit boring. Now, there's a few designs that we can go for here. We could go for... the sort of Spitfire green and red, or we could go with a sort of stripe pattern. I want to see if we can do something sort of Spitfire, because I am British and I do like the Spitfire. I have a model of it somewhere. See, that looks pretty cool. I think it'd be better being... Would it be better being 1 block over? No, I think that's pretty good, actually. So then we'll have that one, that one, that one. And that one. Oops. And then red in the middle. Okay, that's looking pretty cool, but it's still looking a little bit dull. I think maybe some white, some quartz, maybe, or some white wool. No, I think maybe quartz. Snow? Snow's nice and white. It doesn't have the square around it like quartz does. So I was thinking something like this, just to give us a little bit more of a customized shape on it, a little bit more colour. It's looking very war-y, I think. Okay, I like that. Oh yeah, guns. Do I like them there, or would I prefer them on there? Oh yeah, that looks good. Hang on, that was on white one here, and then that one. Oh yeah, no, that's looking cool. That's looking really, really cool. Okay, so we want a little bit more colour on the back here. I think I want to stick with that sort of same design. Maybe just a green one and a red one there. A green one and a red one. Maybe a white one on the end as well. Looks a little Italian now, doesn't it? No, I'm still liking it. Or should we go with red and yellow like we have on the front? No, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that so far. I think that's pretty good. So, what do we want now on it? I don't like this back. This back is looking a little bit flat here, so let's just bring this up with some slabs. Just those ones. Just gives a little bit of shape as it comes down to the back. Yeah, I like that a lot more. But I don't like them on the front. Let's grab some levers for the little engine exhausts on the side here. So we'll do 3 and 3. And then we'll grab a trapdoor. Now this is pretty much the default texture pack. We only make some changes, but it's default texture pack. So these trapdoors are perfect for those sort of engine cover style parts. I think we're going to have another one here and here. And then we'll grab some buttons. Just a few stone buttons. Just have maybe one there. Here. I don't like them on the top, actually. I thought I was going to like them on the top, but no, I don't like that. Let's have some trapdoors. Oh, I got rid of them. Trapdoors towards the back here. That one there. Oops. And that one there. Now, I think that looks pretty good, right? That looks like a pretty cool plane flying over the top, right? Yeah, no, I'm pleased with that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to copy and paste this a few times to get a few more of them. But then, have we got time? Yeah, we should have time to make a broken one that's crashing in midair. The trails I shall do later. We might even be able to do it this episode. So, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make the box to copy and paste it. So we want to come out to the wing, copy the bottom. Ooh, I need my wand. Copy the bottom left side. Like that. Take these away. And then we want the top right side. So we want to come out here to the wing to grab it all. I think that's right. From there to there. Now it doesn't really it doesn't matter where we copy it, so I can copy it like right here. Copy. 3,000 blocks. Look at that. That's including all the air though. And then we can go up a little bit. Paste it to make it a little bit quicker. I'm going to do -A as well. So there's another one. That's so cool, right? We can do another one here. Oh, yes. Yes. The infantry, not the infantry. The infantry is incoming. Look at that. AJ sound effects. Let's do a few more on the way back. I don't want to overdo it, but I do want to have a few of them because they're going to be a huge part of it. So we'll have paste, and I'll have one more over here. Paste. Oh, now that is looking cool, right? It's a shame you can't see further on here. I could set my render distance a little bit higher, but that's so cool. Okay, let's get some cobwebs because this is what we're going to use for the trial. So these cobwebs we're going to pull out from the back here. And basically, I'm going to just do pretty much a straight line to begin with a little bit of curves in it. But just to get exactly where I want it. Come on. There we go. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit thicker towards the front. Or towards the start of it. So just try and thicken this up a little bit. Just on like this axis, the horizontal axis at first. We'll worry about the other axes in a minute. Axes. I don't know the word. Okay, and then we're going to start to sort of slowly drop it off as we get to the end. Now on the top, we're going to thicken up this top area. Only make it like 2 or 3 blocks like high. Don't go any higher than that. Don't make it huge. I don't think that's going to look that good. I've never done this before, so I am making this up as I go along. I sound like I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. And we'll do the same along the bottom here. We've got a pretty good idea on what works in Minecraft and what doesn't. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're actually going to split up sections of this and make it so they're not all connected. So, and you want to get the splits more and more often, the closer you get to the end. So something like that. And then that looks like that's flying along. Let's copy in and paste this behind. I should have done this at the same time as doing the planes, but it doesn't really matter, does it? From there to there. Take that away. Now, if I stand on the tail fin, that'll be a perfect place to be able to copy and paste them. Copy. What I'll do is I'll add to some of them and take away from some of them so they don't look all the same, because that won't be very good. That'll look like it's oops. That'll look boring if all of the parts are the same. So oh no, we've only got one axis. Okay, that'll be perfect actually. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to paste all of them on here, and I'm going to lay them all differently so all the trails look slightly different from each other, and then I shall be back to maybe build a broken one. Have we got time? I don't know if we've got time. No, we don't really have time. Not this episode, at least. No, okay. Unfortunately, we're not going to have time to do that. We're already 20 minutes into the video. I'll tell you what. I'll just be back with the plane trials, okay? Okay, I've just got a couple more to do. what I'm doing is I'm just reshaping all of the bits first. So I'm just taking some away, basically, making some smaller, making some a little bit larger, and then I'm going on top along these ones here, and then I'm going underneath. Exactly the same as before, but it just makes each one a slightly different shape. It makes it look like the smoke is sort of dispersing all in different ways. That's too low. In different ways and stuff, and you end up with something completely unique on each one. Oh, look at that. I completely forgot about this plane. Paste. And then I'm going to remove some. I'm going to make it a very small section to start off with, and then a section here of smoke. And I'm going to split this one up as well, and I'm going to take that away. So it's like a big gap before the last bit. There we go. I always like going on top first. It just make sure that you don't forget parts. That's all it's really for. So you go on top, then you go underneath it, and just thinning them up a little, and then thicken them up on the bottom a little bit. I don't like that one. And I don't want any underneath in that one. So, there we go. Each one has its own unique trail behind it. And that's looking pretty sick. Now, we've still got bombs to do. Dropping underneath it. I want to have it look like it's dropping some bombs onto the city here. I want a crashed one, but we'll do both of those in the next episode. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode.